Yeah, is he teething yet?
Perpetually. Hi, Kate.
Hi, guys.
Oh,
That's really loud.
how do I
Hello.
see her? I don't know how to see her.
You might have to swipe.
Alexandria, Catherine, Megan is here, but she's shopping, so she can keep her camera on. Megan's like our steady Freddy. There we go. That's better. A little bit brighter. Hello.
Hi.
Okay, so does everyone have the supplies I told you to get?
No, I forgot. I'm going to go get them right now.
Okay, I was going to say, because if not everyone has them, we can delay it and do this thing next week. Unless everyone else has them except for Teresa.
I have them now.
You have them,
I'm
Tony?
quick.
Hi, Tony. Hi, Caroline. Do you guys have paper and some kind of writing utensil?
Yep, I do.
Okay. So I was watching a training today. I was watching YouTube while I was doing this, and Candy Hine apparently has started, or just did this one time, I guess. Have you guys ever done the game where you have to draw something like on your forehead? Not on your forehead, but like with the paper. Anyways, it was hilarious, and I was like, I'm actually gonna force my team to do that at meetings from now on, just so
That's
we can
so
all
fun.
laugh at each other. Yeah. So what they did, because this was, sorry about that. Can you guys hear the dinging, the notification?
Can you hear what?
Do you hear the Facebook notification?
Nope.
No? Okay. Just to say, if you guys can hear it, turn it off. So they did the Jack Warmer because this is like a September 1st meeting, but because obviously we're not September 1st anymore, I think either we do our favorite products from the holiday brochure or we all do the Christmas farm. What do you guys vote? What do you think?
Holiday.
I'm here in spirit, Megan says. I'm here in a minute. Okay, Catherine. Okay, Teresa says favorite from the holiday collection is no one else voted. That's what we're going with. So think of your favorite warmer. Okay, you can't cheat and do like a sugar scrub. What you're gonna do, take your marker. I'll do like a 1 minute timer. Take your piece of paper, put it on your forehead, and draw it with your eyes closed. Like you can't look at yourself in the camera. Okay? And who?
What if we can't remember the names of them because you're sleep deprived? That's me right now.
Then it doesn't matter. You could name it like Q3 or
Okay. Okay.
Fanta. That doesn't matter. And then whoever wins just gets like pride of winning. Like I'm not giving prizes for this crap. And whoever loses gets everyone to laugh at them. Okay? And it's probably gonna be me, like to be honest. Okay, ready? Hold on. I have to set the timer.
I think you need to screenshot this. If you can get all of our heads doing this, this is
Okay.
this is something we need.
Okay. I used to do something like this like at my home parties, and it was honestly freaking hilarious. Okay, timer.
Does my pen work?
1
Yes.
minute. We'll do 1 minute. 1 minute right on. Okay. You ready? Set. Go. Close your eyes. You can't cheat. Look at yourself in the camera. I can't see because my paper's so big. I hope I don't draw my actual forehead. Really,
Where's my paper end? Oh, there we go.
if Megan and Catherine are watching us right now and they're not on camera right now, they're probably dying.
Okay, I'm done.
What? You're gonna watch me do my masterpiece?
Wait, are you drawing it or writing it?
No, you're drawing it.
Oh, I wrote it. Okay, I'll start again.
Maybe I wasn't clear. Okay, I've done mine. Oh,
It's okay, Teresa. I did the same thing.
You're chemo sleep deprived, Caroline.
I think I'm done.
Okay, I'm done too. Let me see yours, Kiwi. You do the same as me. It's your favorite warmer too.
Here's mine.
Yeah, do we all have the same warmer? I can't see yours, Tony. Oh, mine is up. Mine's up.
No.
Can you put it more towards?
You know why? Because my pen didn't work.
That's amazing, Tony.
That's amazing.
Oh my God. Seriously?
Oh my gosh. So you drew.
That's what happens when you don't look at it.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
it
why I
was
got-
the gingerbread man.
That's why I got a marker. Oh, he's cute. Caroline, let's see yours. No, come on. It can't be. Look at this. It looks like a toddler drew it. The star's not even attached.
Mine aren't even lined up. Like,
Because you wrote it first. Yeah, I love it.
It's really bad pencil, but it's supposed to be that the frosty flannel, the flannel and then the little
Yes,
flake.
the snowflake. Yes, that sold out. Sold out. Yay. Okay, we're all winners tonight, you guys. We should have the 3 people
Oh my God.
that weren't doing it JoJo actually. Next time. We'll get it together next time. I honestly just thought of it like as I posted that thing. I was like, we're doing that. That's so funny. Okay, I know I didn't post the recording yet from last week. I will get to it. It's been a little bit of a hectic week because like virtual school. But we started with like my favorite business tips or my best business tips. And Teresa and I collaborated for this. So we both were just messaging each other back and forth like the whole time. We were just going like one for one for one. And we ended up with so many that I ran out of time. And so we got to 26 tips last time, or 25 tips. So today we're going to finish off the last 11. And then at the very end, I'm actually going to do the shout outs and the recognition stuff for September. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit backwards than I usually do. So I will post the recording. I'll probably just post both of them tomorrow. Keep your fingers crossed. If I don't do it, someone just like message me and remind me. Okay, just be like, hey, you need to post that stuff. So I'm just gonna start, and none of these are in any kind of order. Hi, Catherine. None of these are in any kind of order. It's like I said, it was literally just Teresa and I like brainstorming our best tips, like what we would want to tell new people all the way to seasoned people who've been around for 100 years. Okay, so number 26 to continue from last week is treat your customers like gold. This is something that I have learned over the years. It is something I did not do at the very beginning. Of course, I wrapped my presents, I was going to say, my orders up with cute ribbon, and I always put samples and things like that. But I never did follow up continuously. I never offered really good customer service. I didn't reach out to people who had shopped on my PWS right away. And it's not because I felt entitled to their orders or anything silly like that. I just, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't. I just didn't know any better, and I just didn't think about it, I guess. But keep in mind that your customers have options. In fact, they have about 250,000 options. I guess not, but you get the point, right? We all sell the exact same product with the exact same catalog with the exact same availability. Your customers do have options. So if you don't treat them like gold and someone else will, they have every right to move on towards that. And on that same note, you don't own your customers. So if your customer Sally starts shopping with her friend Rebecca, you don't get to be mad about that. You don't own that, okay? If you're not sharing the Scentsy Club, Teresa, was this yours? I think this was. You're missing major PRV. And the best part of this PRV is that it's automatic. Like literally the best thing ever. When you can wake up and have 500 PRV, like that magic number we talk about, literally already there, without even having to lift a finger, it changes the game because now it frees up all of your time to work on the rest of those things, like treating your customers like gold and all of that fun stuff. So if you're not sharing the club, you're really missing out. And if you don't have your own, I highly suggest doing that. And then you could do a live unboxing. I actually didn't, guys, full disclaimer, I did not have my own club until about 2 months ago. I was like, it's fine. I can just talk about it without having to have my own. Like, I know what I'm doing. But then when my customers started being like, well, can I do this to this? Or can I do this? Or how does this work? I was like, I have no idea. So I actually went in to like fake build a club. And then I ended up just I was like, actually, I do need all of this stuff. So then I can build it myself. And now I actually have 3 different shipments. I have one coming monthly, one coming bi-monthly, and one coming tri-monthly. So it's the passive income that we talk about, you guys, with this business. You get passive income by building your team, and you get passive income with the Scentsy Club. Those are the only 2 ways that you can actually earn passive income with this business. And by passive income, I literally just mean continuous payment for something that you did once. Okay? Don't rely on Facebook solely. Don't solely rely on Facebook to run your business. I did but make sure that you are exploring other avenues, trying other things, especially if you're struggling with sales. You can't just say, well, Kate, I posted and no one is flocking to me. It's not working, because that's not going to work. Facebook and social media are absolutely amazing tools, and they're free tools, which is amazing to market our business and share with our teams and all those kinds of things. But if we aren't going above and beyond that, then we're losing different ways that we can earn. And like I said 2 weeks ago, you guys, we don't own this platform. Mark Zuckerberg owns this platform, and if he decides one day to shut it down, or if he decides today that we can't run groups like we do right now, what happens to our businesses? And I'm speaking to myself here as well. That is a very real thing that could happen. Like Instagram and Facebook, they're both talking about moving to stories only eventually. So what happens to all of our groups? What happens to our VIP groups? All of those things. I'm not saying don't post in this and don't utilize it. Of course, do that, but make sure that you're gathering information for your customers that isn't just their Facebook Messenger, and that you're finding other ways to market your business. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. Never ever, you guys are going to seriously get sick of me saying this, I hope. Never ever stop expanding your network, ever. Okay? It isn't the people you know right now that will grow your business. I know all of you who have been around for more than 5 seconds already know this because I've shoved it down your throat. But especially to those of you who are newer, it isn't the people you already know. It isn't the people you know the day you joined that will grow your business. I joined back in November 10th, 2011. Yes, my friends and family came to support me at my launch party. Zero, I'm making sure, zero of those people still buy from me. My mom is on my team now, if that counts, I guess. But none of those people are still my customers. And I sell about 2,000 PRV a month. So, which just means that my business has expanded way well beyond the people I knew 9 years ago. Okay, so never, ever, 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 ever. I sell, like I just said, I sell between 1,000 and 2,000, sometimes up to 3,000 PRV a month. And I still have to work on expanding my network, because if I don't, and if I only rely on the people I know right now, that means 6 months down the line, I'm going to have no customers, or very few customers. Or if you've ever felt like, I just got this text from a frontline a couple days ago, I'm really hounding the people I know right now. How do I get sales without honestly bugging the same people over and over again? And it's literally just because they haven't expanded their network. They haven't gone above those people. If you're messaging that Sally girl every 3 weeks saying like, "Do you need new bars?" It means that you just need some more customers, right? So that you don't have to hound the same people over and over again. So that you can actually do those good customer service checks with Sally and check in with her just to see how her life is, or see how her last bars were, without desperately trying to get her to place an order over and over again. Offer the business opportunity to everyone. I'm talking to those of you who want to grow your teams. If you're a hobbyist and you just do this for fun, have at her, girlfriend. We love you too. But to those of you who do want to build a business, offer it to every single person. If you are prejudging someone on whether they would be good at this or whether they need this, you're being selfish. You should never, ever, ever prejudge someone. You don't know what anyone else is going through behind closed doors. People do this for all sorts of reasons, whether it's money, community, friendship, just something to do. So don't ever hold back. You never know what kind of opportunity you're robbing from someone by not offering it to them. I talked about this. Where did I talk about this? Was it last week? Someone who comes to meetings, tell me. Track. Was it maybe a Facebook Live? What gets measured gets increased. What doesn't, does not. Who remembers that quote? I think it was Facebook Live. Track your stuff. If you want it to increase, you have to track it. It's basically what that sounding quote means. If you want consistent sales, if you want to increase your sales, you have to track your sales daily. What you track gets increased. And that's literally, it's just a mindset thing, you guys. It's like a psychological trick. If you're writing down the same thing over and over and over again, you're going to get real sick of that seeing that number. You're going to increase it eventually, just honestly, just so that you stop annoying yourself. And same thing with the team growth and stuff like that. Actually, it was really cool because you guys know I track my daily numbers, right? was actually able to go back since, like, in the binder that I have is tracked from 2015, and we are tracking above the 6th of the month for every month since 2015. Right? Like, that is so cool. But but I would never have known that if I didn't track the stuff daily. And I'm not talking like, I'm not a robot, you guys. I miss months here and there. I miss days here and there. That's totally fine. The worst thing you can do to yourself, whether it's tracking or sales or working your business or whatever, it's allowing one like minor fall off to turn into this momentous pitfall, right? If you like stumble over the hurdle, you don't just give up the race. You just keep going. You're like, whoops, tried there, that didn't work, keep going. The biggest thing that you could do, like the biggest mistake you could make just in your life, is honestly taking one tiny mistake or one small error, like whether it's diet or lifestyle or whatever, and honestly turning that into, well, there goes that. Like imagine Sean Lindsay. She is a gymnastics coach. She works with really, really amazing athletes. And imagine them were working on their back handspring and they fell one time and they just decided to give up 9 years of training. Like that doesn't make any sense, right? So yes, I do miss some months. I do miss some days. Hi, Deanna, by the way. Don't let it just stop it completely, okay? Mindset is more important than you think. I know we talk about this sometimes. I honestly don't think we talk about it enough. Personal development should honestly be a mandatory thing in your life. Like if it's not a major priority, it needs to be. We talk about the 4 legs of success, right? Like sales, recruiting, coaching, whether that's coaching with your upline or coaching your downline, both of those are important. And personal development is right up there, guys. It's that important. It should be right on the same line as getting sales and recruiting people. If you are working on getting sales, you're working on recruiting, but your mindset sucks, guess what also is going to suck? Your results, which means you're just wasting a whole bunch of time. That is something that I have really, really learned over the years. I am a completely different person, thank God, than I was 9 years ago. And I'm talking about just growth-wise. And I continue to grow. I am by no means perfect or there yet. I have not arrived in the mindset. I am not Buddha. I just do my best to be my best every day, and I do my best to make myself better every day. So if mindset isn't a priority, make it one, okay? And you could do that by, like, I listen to podcasts, like, daily. I listen to a little bit of true crime. I call them my murder stories. It's when everyone has to leave mommy alone to listen to a murder story. But I also listen to podcasts that help my mindset grow. YouTube, whether it's training or just straight up like motivation mindset stuff, is really good. Audiobooks I listen to because I don't have a lot of time to sit down and read. But if you can't focus during an audiobook, I know that that's a problem with a lot of people. Grab a book and make it a priority to make time, okay? So if you guys do that kind of stuff, drop in the chat of how you prioritize mindset. Like, do you listen to podcasts? Do you listen to audiobooks? Is there a book that you would recommend or a podcast that you would recommend? Let us know. This quote has stuck with me for a really long time. And then I heard CJA, we've heard her twice already in the Hocus Pocus Challenge because I love her. But she had said it recently in one of her videos, and it was, don't sacrifice what you want most for what you want now. We as humans are honestly like really good at doing that. So whether it's lifestyle, whether it's business stuff, whether it's whatever, whether it's just like prioritizing. So let's say that you really want, actually Tony, you've done both of the Hocus Pocus videos so far, right? You did the Find Your Purpose with Gary. Would you be comfortable talking about one of your aha moments, like maybe where you're exploring of what your purpose is? It's okay if you're not.
I did post in underneath that one. She is like her video I put in our group. If you don't watch it, like, it is very heartfelt. Like, it was amazing, but I had no idea about finding your purpose, right? So in your story, like, you know, mine was about my grandkids, blah, blah, but it's like finding that deep where it's it's in your heart, right? So that's what I'm trying to find, my actual purpose for being in Scentsy.
Right, right. So she talks about, and if anyone doesn't know, Gary Fry, that video that Tony and I are talking about right now, she's our upline. She's our upline FSC. So she's my sponsored sponsor, actually. Um, so imagine that you're trying to find your purpose and you find that. So whatever it may be. But you really want to watch Netflix today instead for half an hour before bed. That is an example. Hi, Megan. There's your face. That's an example of sacrificing what you want most, your big end game goal, for what you want now. Okay. And I am not at all suggesting that nobody takes time to rest or nobody takes time for their hobbies or to watch Netflix or whatever you want to do. But if you really say that you really want something, but you take zero action towards it because you're busy filling your life with other things, I'm going to stop believing you. Okay? So don't sacrifice what you want most for what you want now. I mean, that could be really, really easily put into lifestyle, diet, health, and wellness, that kind of stuff. Obviously, like if you want to lose 10 pounds, don't sacrifice that 10 pounds for that small bag of chips, right? I could not speak on that because, like, guys, I will literally be the worst example of health and wellness when it comes to that because, like, mama cannot say no to Doritos. Okay, but I digress. Okay, thank you, Tony, for sharing. Setbacks, roadblocks, and frustrations will happen. They will happen. If you have not run into any yet in your business, consider yourself #blessed, but be prepared for it to come in the future, okay? Have the grit to keep going. That's just what grit really means. It's the perseverance to push through hard times. So whether those hard times come in the form of personal setbacks, hard times in life, whether you're dealing with mental health, losses in life, Caroline is a great example of that. She's dealing with a personal hardcore battle, and we all love you, Carol. Or whether it's frustrations in your business, like a terrible psycho customer. I have a downline who's dealing with one of those right now. Who's ever dealt with a terrible psycho customer? Hi, Steve. Has anybody dealt with that yet? Teresa, I know you have for sure. Those things are going to happen, okay, guys? Do not let those small things, like I was talking about a few minutes ago, make you lose track of everything. Okay, those things will happen. Your downline is going to quit. The person who said they want a director is going to try no harder than a certified consultant. Like, all of these things are going to happen. We are business owners, right? We don't have to deal with all of the crazy things that we have to deal with right now, which we would be if we owned the whole thing. Imagine actually having to deal with shipping out things and like manufacturing and all of that stuff. We are so lucky we do not have to. We are so lucky that the worst things we have to deal with is some things being on back order and some things selling out. Like, it's really not an emergency, right? So have the grit to keep going. And that is literally where the purpose comes in, right, Tony? Like Gary said, when you have your big purpose behind you, you know why you're doing it, all of those setbacks, roadblocks, frustrations, whatever the things are going to happen, they're not going to put you off course because that thing that you're working towards is bigger than all of that. So whether you want to get cheesy and do the whole like find a why that makes you cry, like you could say that, or like Jerry had said, find your purpose for living and then figure out how Scentsy can help fulfill that. So that's what I talk about. I talk about when I'm recruiting or when I'm like marketing the opportunity, I talk about how I want to allow people to live their best life using Scentsy as the vessel to do so, right? So I don't want people to join my team. I want people to join their own business and then use Scentsy as the vessel to live their best life. And when they are doing that and when they're working towards bigger things, their mind can't check out because they're so driven, right? So I starred this one. I double starred this one. Maybe I'll leave that to the end. I put social media presence. I think I was like scribbling at this point. So I was like, I need to touch on that. I basically just put a whole huge file or training or whatever into Evo here, so I won't dig too much into this. But please be aware of how you portray yourself on social media. you. I am not your mom. I am not your boss. I'm not going to tell you what to do, how to live your life. But I will tell you that there is no separation between you and your brand. Just remember that. So if you're posting controversial things or like nasty comments, or if you're being rude, or if you're having like drama, you're fighting with your cousin's baby daddy on your Facebook page, like that stuff is going to attach to your business. People are going to look at that and they're going to be like, you know what, I'm going to go this way to buy my wax. So just keep that in mind. Stay in your own lane. Mind your business. Mind your business. If you see someone breaking the rules, if you see someone just literally doing anything, unless you're using them to inspire you and to push you to try harder and all of that stuff, don't worry about it. Stay in your lane, okay? Don't let your grass die by like making sure that theirs is greener than yours, okay? We used to deal with a lot of like, she can't do that. I'm gonna support her to compliance. And my whole thing was, guys, how many customers could you have reached out to in the time it took you to write the email to compliance? This also goes to comparing, and I really personally struggle with this. I will be real with you guys. I struggle so hard with comparing. I have been at the SD title for 7 years now. I have watched people within 2020 join and promote to store director within 2020. That is really hard on my fragile ego. Okay, I look at them and I'm like, why did she do that? And why haven't I been able to promote one more in 7 years? And then Teresa and I had a conversation. Teresa, where did I hear that training? Whose training was that? Where they said, don't focus on the next goal, focus on being extraordinary you, right? I think I talked about this last week too. And it really, really lit a light bulb with me. But that just goes along with mind your business, Kate. If you are being inspired by the people who have been able to grow to SD in 7 months, then you need to not worry about them. The same goes for you guys, okay? And the thing that I double starred was you will truly get what you put in. So I'll leave you guys with that before I get into our shout outs, okay? You'll get out what you put in to this business. And yes, sometimes, like I just showed you guys, your journeys might look a little bit different than others. You might be working your booty off and not seeing quite the results yet. And that's just, in this business, you typically have to work really, really, really hard at first to get the momentum going. And then you'll sort of see the results later. So I might not have promoted to superstar director when I thought I was supposed to. But that might just be that when I finally do, my paychecks are going to be 5 times higher than they would have been, right? So if your journey looks a little bit different than what you thought it would, don't fret. Reach out for help, reach out for training. But just remember that honestly, with no effort comes no results. If you work it like a hobby, you're going to get out like a hobby. You're going to get a discount, maybe some free stuff. But if you work it like a business, you guys, I promise you will get paid like a business. I'm going to do some shout outs. If anyone has any other tips that I've missed, unmute yourself. Tell me. You know, and this would be okay, guys. Carolyn says, I avoid all political posts on my Facebook to try to keep it light. Yeah. There's a lot of times where I hear from others, like their Facebooks are, like their Facebook feeds are refreshing to their followers, especially with what's going on in the world right now. Sometimes people just need a little bit of a break from the CNN versus Fox crowd, okay? So I am going to do the shout out for September because we're in October 6th right now. You guys, September we ended with 45,087 GWB. Like, this is for you. This is for all of you. A round of applause. That is our biggest GWB since, like, in September, since September 2016. If I went month by month, I would probably say it was our biggest month, like, since 2016. I would have to actually pull up the team report. Really, really amazing event. PRV, I'm not going to do top 10. I'm actually going to shout out everybody who had 1,000 or more. Okay, so PRV, those with 1K or more: Matt Sedgwick, Rena Master, Kayla Vale, Heather Fleming, Tanya Gibbs, Leanna Bruin, Phoebe Young, Mandy Ink, 2,000 or more. So that monthly sales award, these following people got paid at 30% commission rate. Samantha Oliveira, myself, and Teresa Wallery. And we had one person who actually broke the 3,000 mark. She was well above it. She smashed right through it. And that was Lindsay, baby. Congratulations. We had 89 people active, guys, which is really, really great. So 89 of you had 200 PRV or more. Out of those people, 44 of you had 500 or more. And then, of course, I just shouted out everyone who had 1,000 and up. Paid at title, lead consultant, Matt Sedgwick, Jordana Hamlin, and Michelle Hayes. Congratulations. We had one paid at title for star. That was Miranda Squanell. I know she's going to promote this month, so everyone give her those good promotion bags. And then superstar consultant paid at title was Caleb Dale. And our very own Gina Masters, we promoted to director, so she got her director title back. So congratulations to everybody who turned out in September. And if you had your best September ever, or if you just smashed your own personal goals and I did not shout you out, please know that I'm giving you all the love and love right now. And if you're here, you can by all means unmute yourself and just shout yourself out. So we can all clap for you too. Or Teresa, do you have anybody to be co-speaking beside you? So you don't want to unmute. No, it's fine. Caroline says, I've also had to learn just to ignore when I see 50 items to the local online marketplace. Yeah, it's a pet peeve, but in the long run, it does affect my life. So true. So true. I used to like go on there to make sure it was none of you guys. And I'd have to be like, Tony, what do you expect it's doing? But now I just have to like scroll. I have to scroll because it's a big fat waste of our time, right? Like Caroline said, it doesn't affect her life. And if we could be actually working our business in that time that it takes to like check and then see who people like, it's just a whole big bad nonsense. So we have a little bit over a minute left. So does anyone have any questions before I let you guys go? I think I'm gonna make next week's on fundraising. You guys find value in that? Yeah. Okay. And especially fundraising in a COVID world. Right, so I will talk about how to mix fundraising packages with online, like do a little bit of a mixture, okay? And then make sure you guys are RSVP to that mock party if you want to know a little bit more about how I run mine. The link is right in the team page. There's something else I was going to say, I forget. So I'll just say I love you and thank you for being here with me live. I love our Tuesday nights. I love being able to hang out with you guys. And we'll make next week's drawing contest even better, okay? I'm gonna kick you guys. Okay, love you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.